What's up guys, welcome back to Michael's Tech Talk, and today I'm going to show you how to make a pretty cheap external SSD. So let's get into it. Have you, like me, got a collection of M.2 SSDs and you don't know what to do with them? Well, I have a solution for you. From our friends over at Anker, I have picked up this little beauty. This is the Anker PowerExpand M.2 SSD Enclosure. This is right up my street. So let's get it opened up and get a wee look at it. Before we get into it guys, if you could do me a big favour and smash that like button for me, really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out on the channel, and if you hit that little bell you'll be notified for more cool videos like this one. So cheers. I don't know if it's just me, but I work within the IT industry, so I always have a collection of bits and pieces lying about me, and I have one or two SSDs kicking about. And I was looking at them the other day thinking, what am I going to do with all these SSDs? And then I've realised, let's make an external drive out of them. So I have a collection here, so let's just have a wee look and see what's the best one to use. So we have it's a 256 gig, and that's there's a 512. There's a 240 gig. We have another 512 gig here. Another 512 gig. I have a tiny 256 gig, one of the newer M.2s, which is pretty cool. And oh, here we are. There we go. I have a terabyte. This is the one. This is the one. The reason this came to me was obviously I do a lot of editing for the channel, and all my videos are sort of on a collection of memory cards, and I like to take copies of them and put them onto external discs, as well as back them up to various other means of storage I have at home. I wanted something SSD. I wanted USB-C with Thunderbolt, so that I could have those write speeds. So this ticked the box, because that is what this has. So there we are, paperwork, and there we go. So we have our enclosure here, which is pretty nifty. It's an all metal enclosure there's your USB-C connector there, and then we have a switch here on the top, which is pretty cool. And then in the box here we have our braided USB-C cable. It's a USB-A to USB-C cable with an adapter to go to USB-C, which is pretty cool. And then we have, oh, that's handy. Comes with a little screwdriver and a set of screws. And we have, then I would imagine this is like a little carrying pouch. Yeah, which is like a suede effect with Anker's logo on it. It's pretty nice. Look at that. So this is simply how easy this is. So on the button at the top, you flick it. It's a spring-loaded button, and the enclosure comes out. And as you can see, you have multiple screw holes along the board here, which allows you to put in a different sizes of M.2 SSDs, which is pretty cool. I'm sure you can remember I have one of the small ones here, so if I were to put that small one in, that would screw into the first hole there, which is pretty cool. Then so we're going to take my terabyte SSD. I always planned to build a PC and use this SSD, and I kept putting it off, and yeah, I don't think it's ever going to happen, to be honest. Not now that I'm editing on a Mac. So So there we go, SSD in, and it literally just clicks into the port like that. And then if we just get our little screwdriver, and then there's a couple of different screws in here, so might be handy to keep a hold of them. And if we just put that screw, and there we go, just like that. A 1 terabyte SSD. Just make sure I'm putting this on the right way. Oh, so this can only go back into the case one way as well, so that's good to know. And it clicks back in, and there we go. Boom. SSD. Just like that. See, let's get it plugged in and make sure that it's working. Take our cable that's supplied. Now make sure that this end is the end that you put into the SSD, and this is the end that goes into the computer. Strangely, if you do it the other way around, it won't work. So just bear that in mind. So small bit of cable in there. Plug that into the MacBook. And if we go to disk utility, oh yeah, there it is, 1 terabyte. So if I just go to erase and just change it to Mac OS extended, and we'll just label it data. There we go, done. Boom. And there we go. I now have a 1 terabyte SSD. That's pretty sweet. Like I say, guys, this is a cheaper option for me personally, simply because I had a 1 terabyte SSD just sitting about doing nothing. So the cradle itself was £29 on Amazon, which I didn't think was too out of the way, to be honest. I thought it was an okay price. So I now have a 1 terabyte Thunderbolt external disk, which is phenomenal, and the write speeds are of up to 10 gigabits is really good. So for the likes of my editing and data transfer, that's going to be really useful for me. So yeah, great. And that was it, guys. It was pretty straightforward, pretty pain free, and there we go, 1 terabyte of storage. Great, just like that, easy peasy. What I will do is I'll leave you a link in the description down below. If you want to pick one of these up, by all means, click that link, pick one of them up. Leave me a comment down below, let me know if this was useful for you. And again, smash the like button for me, I really appreciate it. That's how you can get yourself a 1 terabyte SSD on a budget. So, great. Hope you liked the video, guys, and until the next one, I'll catch you later.